Hey everyone, I wanted to share a trick that I'm going to start using for my math small groups virtually. So I love using Whiteboard.fi, and if you haven't used it already, you should definitely check it out. There's a lot of great tools on it. There are some glitches, but that can be said about a lot of different websites too. So we just got to learn those glitches and work around them. So right now I have made my whiteboard, and I used the tool on the bottom where you can add pages, and I added 3 pages. What I'm going to start using is PNGs of work that I've already created for the students that I can scaffold. So I made a Google Slides of all the different methods that I want them to learn and kind of scaffolding them through it. Now if you know how to do the page setup, I did it to 7.5 by 4.8, and that just was with a little bit of guess and check on what fits best on this. So some of my kids are ready to do standard algorithm right away. Some of them need a little bit more help, so I'll help them get through there. But what I'm going to do for each of my groups, and I usually do 3 math groups, a low, a medium, and a high, is I'm going to choose a couple of these PNGs. I like to do maybe 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to download them as a PNG, be on the bottom here. And then when I go to Whiteboard.fi, so let's say I want to add that to this one, I'm just going to drag it on, and then I just need to adjust it a little bit by pressing the corners, and then it's here for me. So now the cool part is that I can see my students down here and see what work that they're doing, but when they first enter my meeting, I want them to have their work ready to go so they can get started. So what I'm going to do is push all the pages to them. And I logged in as a student so I can show you what that looks like, but then I see that it got pushed to them, and then as a student I'm going to tell them, like, start with the first slide, start working through it so they can change the color of their pen if they want to, and they're going to start solving it on their end. And if they get stuck, I tell them, okay, go up to the top, put a star. So then on my teacher end I can see, okay, this person needs help, and I can try to see what they did wrong and tell them, all right, toggle up to my whiteboard, and I'll show them, you know, what I do to it. So I can show them, all right, make sure that you put this up here, and then they can go back and make any adjustments. So as a student, they can toggle to see my whiteboard, and you have to make sure that you've put that one as the one they want to see. So now they can see the work that I'm doing as I'm explaining it. And then they can go back and be like, okay, now I can do it, so I need to add this back and keep going. And after they've solved it, I tell them to put a check mark in the top corner, and then they can go to the next one after I've checked it. So what my math block kind of looks like is me starting off with the things that I push out to them, students working on them, putting check marks in the corner if they're done, or star if they need help. And let's say, for instance, this person came in late and they don't have anything on theirs and they need me to push things out to them. That's easy. I can just, and I might want to undo what I have here. I can just push out to the actual student. So if I open theirs up, actions, and I can push all pages to them. Don't do it to everybody up here, because then if students have work on theirs, it all gets erased. So if you want to do it just to an individual student, you press on them, press actions, and then push all their pages. Now if I have a student that raced through all 4 and they did a great job and they know what they're doing, then I'm just going to be like, all right, head back to our main room, and I kick them out. So on their screen it shows them, you were kicked out, goodbye, so they can't do anything else or mess with anything. And on my screen I don't have to see them anymore, so then I can just focus on the students who need help. So I hope this helps you with your math block, just, you know, having things ready to go, because Whiteboard.fi doesn't let you have things ready to go for students. So having the pictures just easily pushed should help your students and allow them to show you what they know.